Boss Talk.
Subscribe to our Patreon. Listen to our bonus podcast called Boss Talk, where we give you gems, jokes, and our personal stories.
And we got a wider range of topics such as gratitude,
spiritual alignment,
mastering your energy,
and resistance,
and many, many more.
So subscribe, become a Patreon, and become a boss.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap House.
It is what it is. Look at this shit, man. That shit pulled. They gonna be thirsty as hell.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap House.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I am your host, Rome Green Jr. In the building with me, I got Cam.
Yep.
I got Emmanuel.
What's up?
And we got Mike Dam in the building. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys.
How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
I'm good. So
let's jump him.
So we brought Mike here. We about to initiate him into a new game. But no, we wanted to get on here and just kind of have a honest, open conversation with everybody. For those of you, go follow Mike in his vlogs that he's doing right now with the Damn Fam. He has his vlogs going on right now. We kind of just wanted to talk because, he put out a video last week saying that he was leaving the group. Some people are like, all right, is he really leaving? Is the house breaking up? Is the world ending next week? People are just wondering. But we are all good. We are all here, except for Chaz. He's in Atlanta right now doing some work.
We gotta pull him up on FaceTime or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him in, insert him in somewhere in here. But we just kind of wanted to just talk about what he has going on right now, where he's at in his life, and then just kind of let y'all know and be open and honest with y'all, which we love to do, and kind of what's Dormtainment's next moves here in the next 6 months to a year with everything going on with COVID and
wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up. Okay, all right, cool, bet. All right, bet. So yeah, what's up?
I liked it.
Yeah, I was trying to just get there. You know,
I feel you. You gotta explain it.
Yeah.
That's why.
You passed your turn.
Shut up.
And we also dealing with Rome having COVID, y'all.
I probably had it. I might have had it.
Mike probably got it right now. As much.
We all might have had it.
This is the funniest thing. You living your best life during the worst times. This nigga out here, I watch the vlogs. I'd be like, damn, this nigga's living.
Oh, he living life. Yeah.
I feel like I remember these times. But when I look at him, I'm like, God damn, I remember when life used to be like that.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about everything? What's up?
How
you just gonna throw to me after that?
Yeah, what's good?
I thought it was a good throw. I don't know.
It's kinda... All y'all took wrong turns.
What? You shut your ass up. All right, your turn. Nah, man, I feel good, man. It is a weird time. I will address that, even not just with this, but just with everything, just with the world. Like even to be talking about this right now, kind of is very minuscule to what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, I feel good. I feel honest and free, and like I feel like I'm at a time where it's time to I feel like I'm being pushed. I'm being forced to grow up a little bit. And a lot of stuff that I used to hold on to or wouldn't say, I find myself saying it now, just with more compassion and with better communication with the people around me. And it's helped me to be a little more of myself and y'all know I always kind of search for freedom with what I do. It starts from my hair to my clothes to my career and my art and what I like to do. And I always search for the most me I could find, the most different. And so even with this, I feel like for me, I feel like I'm searching for the most me right now, and sometimes I feel like I can be held back in a group setting, and it's no shade to everybody, but I do feel like I in order for me to grow to my full potential, to my like maximum capacity, because I see honestly like it. even for me to say this right now, it's kind of going to be a little. But I see myself in the light of like Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson and just a great Obama. Like I always saw myself being that great of a person, that most, you know.
But there's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to,
right?
A guy that owns jails, a pedophile.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
a president.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can find a lot of bad stuff about all of these people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Michael
saying?
Barack Jackson.
Michael Barack Jackson. That's Michael Barack Jackson.
But I always wanted to be the best at whatever I did, and if comedy was it, then I wouldn't see myself leaving the situation in the way that I chose to. But for a long time, y'all, it's like comedy has just been like, I love watching it, I love analyzing it, I love talking about it. I even like writing the shit. You know what I'm saying? And ideas come to me all the time. That's something I can't help. It's like that's been with me from a kid, and I feel like even coming to Dormtainment was a great outlet for all of us because it was like all that silly shit we used to think of and we used to just talk about in class before we even met each other. And when me and Cam knew each other, we used to always talk about silly shit and freestyle and just be silly. And I feel like that just comes at us naturally. But it's not something that I wanted to do. I don't think I want to do forever. And that saying this even took a while because it was like, damn, man, this is going somewhere. We got 1 million subscribers, you know. We making money from this. We meeting people. I don't want to let this go. So for a long time, it was like, I'm just going to hold on to this. I can do both. I can always do both. I can do 3 things. I can do 4 things. I'm going to do this. But then as I got older, I'm like, man, I can't do all these things at once, man.
Knees ain't right, back ain't right.
You know what I'm saying? My energy,
Sleep.
My energy's not the same. You know, I used to be able to stay up till 4 a.m. and just do stuff and figure it out and be up and be energized and I have to force myself to go to sleep. Now I don't have to force myself to go to sleep. And the days are getting shorter, and you know, I just feel like
It's still 24 hours.
It's still you're right. It's still 24 hours, Cam. And you know, you get up at 5 a.m. you'll be good.
4:45.
Right. But you know, rest is important to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Just as much as working hard is, I have to schedule like. If I work 5 hours, I want to rest a good amount. I want to work out as well. Balance. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I have to grow to understand. So
You're a Libra.
So understanding that, come back to this. It's like I can't waste. I can't do things that I'm half-assing. If you don't fully into it, don't do it.
Like I said, if you're born with 2 butt cheeks, you can't half-ass stuff.
Right. Well, yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. So
can we get him off the podcast?
You know what I'm saying? You can't half-ass nothing you do, man. And I strongly believe that. And with the group with Dormtainment, I felt like for a long time I was trying not to half-ass it, and sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I probably put 90% and 95% in, and maybe even 100. But it was like, whoo, I don't want to do that no more. And then trying to do it again is like, whew, every time I do that, I feel like I'm losing myself. And it's like. Because it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to fully immerse myself into, I was scared to do because I didn't think I was good enough. I wasn't getting compliments. I wasn't getting reassurance as much, and it was like, well, what else I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, well, fuck it, this is how I feel. I'm gonna do this, and that's a brave thing to say. Not that a lot of people can't do that. But instead of doing that, I was just like, all right, but I'm just going to stick to this then, because what else I'm going to do? I can't do music because nobody going to take me seriously. And then now I'm at a point where I was like, I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, you got to do what make you happy.
Right. And not disrespect to nobody, but it's like, I'm going to do what I feel like is right in my heart. And when it works out, I just can't wait to say, told you so. And that's what I'm going to do. And I feel like I got to that point now, and I've gotten to that point, and I had to look back at my moments, and just even getting to Dormtainment. As far as like even sports, when I was on JV, one of the best players on my team, he went to UM. Shout out to Adrian Thomas. He told me, he was like, you're not making it, and I was like, huh? He's like, you're not making it. And I was like, damn, bro, why would you say that?
Like,
And he was right. I didn't make it. And I remember just being like, damn, man, I got to make it.
Yeah.
I got to make it. Like, and I remember that determination that I felt. And overcoming that and making the team and being on varsity and starting eventually. And then even like coming out here when I was leaving my house, all my family members sat me down and told me, don't go. They said, Mikey, you gonna do this? You're gonna leave your mom? You know she depends on you, and made me like guilt me, like, you know, they weren't trying to be mean, but they were just trying to look out for my mom. But at the same time, instead of being like, he's 20, he's a man, he needs to go out on his own.
They're projecting fears.
Mm-hmm.
They were projecting fears, and I could have been like, damn, man, all these people I love telling me not to go.
I'm just gonna stay here.
I could have just stayed, and it would have been, you know, I would have been there, and I probably would have never came out, because that was the only time I felt like that. It was like, not only time, but that was that moment where it was like, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna be here forever, right? So that moment, when then coming out here, and then not out here, but to Atlanta, and starting with y'all, and then having people tell us, that shit ain't funny. Stop posting this on my page. Y'all suck. What is this? Mike, and then the same parents and people calling us. Why y'all don't stop? Fighting through that and having that same kind of like, I don't care. I don't care.
We gotta do it.
And we made it. And you know what I'm saying? We made it. We did a lot. And I know we have a lot more to do. But if you could really like look back at what we've done, if it wasn't for us, a lot of shit wouldn't be in motion the way it is right now. And it, of course, a lot of other people had stuff to do with it. A lot of other creators. I'm not going to fault no other creators, because they were out there too. But a lot of it had to do with us, and I take pride in that. So for me to be a part of this, and to come from and to face all the things I had to face, to all the people I had to say I don't care to get here, I kind of have a confidence in myself when I feel this way. So that's, you know, all of that said, that has to do with kind of the decision of me saying, all right, I gotta go all the way with this.
So it's more so I guess what the people was asking, like, are you still gonna help write and stuff like that? They just didn't wanted to know, were you just leaving completely, or were you still pop in?
Right. I even this was I wasn't sure about, because it was like I had to think about this as well. Even when we had our first discussion, there was like a weekend in between. I was thinking like, you know, what am I gonna do with these? What am I gonna do with these ideas? With these things that I think of that I feel like would be great. I'm not gonna want to just be like, I'm not doing that,
because it could be $1 million idea.
Right. I want to share that with y'all, and I want to still laugh and you know, create stuff with y'all. So when I kind of talked to Cam the next day, I was like, you know, I still see myself helping with ideas, and even if it's meeting once a week or every other week, and just being like, this is everything I was thinking about. Everybody say yes or no, whatever it is. And then we was like, all right, cool. And if it's one idea that pops, we could all sit here and write it out. But as far as being on camera and trying to be funny and I just that don't necessarily make me happy. You know what I'm saying? It don't. Because I look at myself on camera and I'm like, that's not me. Like, it's a lot of stuff I look at on camera and I'm like, there's a few things that I'm like, okay.
You think it was you, but now it's not you where you at?
No. I'm saying when I look at myself on camera, because I'm a harsh critic of acting, right? Like, I can tell when someone knows themselves and they like portray that on film. Like they're just so into that character that they just know themselves. Like, it's not even acting at that point. That person knows them. When I look at myself on camera acting, I'm like, that's not a.
You feel like it's not your best.
None of those characters are a real part of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm acting like someone who I think I should be acting like, right? So I don't necessarily rate myself as an actor, and and other people might think differently, and that's fine. I'm glad other people enjoy it. It's out there for the world to see forever. I'm not gonna be like, take all that down. I don't care about it. I gave to community, to the world, as much as I could. And that was what it was in my heart at the time. But when I look back at it, I'm not, you know, I don't necessarily be like, damn, man, I'm amazing. I could never stop. I'm like, damn. Turn that off, bro. Turn that off.
And it's subjective, because I think we'll look at it and be like, yo, this was funny right here. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's a subjective thing.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how, but for me, I want to be able to look at something, listen to something, and feel like,
yeah,
wow, I did that.
Yeah.
Oh shit, wow, I was in my zone. I was on one that day. And I've been doing music for probably only 4 years now. But coming from where I came from there and where I'm at now, I can hear myself and be like, ooh, damn. Ooh, okay, I'm doing something. And it's moments, you know what I'm saying? It's not as consistent
It's all growth.
But it's part of the growth. And I know I went from making bad songs for a year to making a good song every year.
Mike used to be yodeling in there, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of even when I look back at my acting, I'm like, damn, if I had the same determination I have in music with the acting, I would have figured this out eventually. I would have figured out, Mike, just be yourself. Talk in your tone. Don't yell. Don't, you know what I'm saying? But now I figured that out in music, and it's because I love it.
Yeah, and you're at a different place.
And I'm at a different place, and experiences I have, I want to write them. I feel like some of them are meant to be written, but most of them aren't. And a lot of them would make great songs. And every day when I come home, I have an experience. The first thing I want to do is try to write a song about it. I read a comment, someone makes me mad, I want to write a song about it. I make money on my foreign exchange, I want to write a song about it. You know, I've been saying I get my girlfriend something that I can finally afford, or something nice, I want to write a song about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like though, you know, it's a vessel for me where I can just every day therapeutically get something out, and that makes me happy. And yeah, if I want to make money from it, and if I want to succeed in it, and if I see myself like Michael Jackson, I see myself like Drake, and I don't care what nobody say and how y'all if y'all say I'm trash right now, I see myself like that, and I know because I do, I will get there. So I want to be 100% all the way in on it, and obviously I got to balance my life. So that doesn't mean all I'm going to do is music and shut myself down. There's going to be other parts of me that I could deliver and I could share to other people and to other things. And I want to deliver that piece that I still have left of ideas and comedy to the group. So whatever, if that's a producer role, if that's a guest role, whatever it is, as far as like just coming in and helping the group and doing some legwork in some things, I'm down for that.
You down for custodial work too? Or?
I mean, I have to. I'm still gonna live here, so that's answering that question. I'm still gonna be living here.
So it's more like stepping back than leaving out.
Yes, so you can consider it that, stepping back. But the thing is, I didn't want to just step back fully, and then the fans don't see me, and then they start speculating, and then they start asking, and then that's all the feed's about when I drop a video.
Like, where you at, dude?
Are you not part of? You know what I'm saying? I just wanted it to be like a clean, clear-cut thing. Like, hey, I don't want to do this no more. But if you know, talking about it afterwards is like, okay, there is a part of me that still wants to help and still like, this is a great vessel, I think, you know, Dormtainment. And if I have ideas that could help the group, like if it was a thing where it was like everybody was just like firing off and I was like, oh shit, I definitely don't have to be here. And I might step back fully. But I feel like a lot of, like you guys said the other day, you know, like man, you said it, me stepping back kind of worries you because I do some, I do workload, you know, I have a workload that I contribute, and I would hate to just be like, I'm not doing none of that no more, y'all. Figure it out. I still feel like I could help in a lot of those ways, just not being on camera, and I think that actually helps more.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean,
I think y'all. I feel like y'all are funnier on y'all when y'all are just on camera. Honestly, sometimes you know I feel like coming in as a thing and here and there, like even like our big scripts we writing now. Like I feel like you guys are better in those roles, and then having me or whatever just being like a funny thing, or even just helping with the writing and the direction, is where I stand stronger.
well, yeah. So that's.
I disagree with that. I don't know about that. I feel like you know the big reason, of course, obviously, you came to us with this a year ago, the first time.
Yeah, maybe.
It was like a year ago. Mike came to us and was telling us he was having these feelings about possibly, you know, leaving the group and stepping back and just focusing on music. And we kind of talked him out of it a bit, in the sense that, you know, we told him that, you know, he is talented at what he does and what he brings to the group, and that, you know, we didn't want to see that shut off. And I think a lot of fans don't want to see that shut off. And then, you know, when you came back around this time, I was kind of like, you know, what can you say at that point?
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to hold a person back. you know, and this goes to being in a group, having a group dynamic, having a team, a brotherhood, whatever you want to call it, is you want to make sure everybody's able to shine. Everyone feels the freedom and accessibility to do what they need to do to be their best selves. And, you know, you've always been the type, since you first joined, you know, came on, you were making moves. You always want to search, I want to make a big move. I want to try something new. You go into, you know, even from going to college for the first time to you know, when you started your job, to quitting for Dormtainment, then getting into DJing, and then you've always done a variety of things. And so I could tell just because we know you, that you're a person of variety. You're a person that likes to try and go out into the world and do things. And you are you are a talented solo act as well. So I understand you want to go out there and have people see your shine on your own. And I get that. But we still, you know, at the end of the day, this group we were always planning on, let's build up to where we can build up to. Everybody then gets the freedom to do what they want to do. And then we can come back together, Voltron back up, and do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like, as a team, we're like the Power Rangers or any superhero team, that you have members go away for a while and come back when it's time to squad up and do what you got to do. And I always feel, you know, that's what we can do. You know what I'm saying? There was another group member, obviously Tay, who was in the group, and that didn't end well, right? It wasn't what's the word I'm looking for? Amicable.
Amicable.
Yeah. Amicable. Yeah, amicable. It wasn't it wasn't necessarily an amicable split.
Yeah.
And we, you know, and that took some healing for us. We didn't handle it well in terms of the information we got out to y'all. Yeah. You know, and everybody till this day, people ask, where's Tay? Where's Tay? Where's Tay? And there's a lot of reasons we don't speak about that too, is because, you know, we want to just make sure we don't have ill will towards that man. Yeah. We don't. Okay. We in many ways, I still love him like a brother. I haven't talked to him in some years now. But there's no one in this group that I don't love, I don't cherish, and I don't hope the best for. When we you know, with him, when we split, I'm not trying to make this all about him right now, but you know, it was bad times, and I never wanted to see him fail at what he wants to do in life.
And we were still in a growing, like, personally, like, everybody was in that's when we just started reading, like, the 4 agreements and just started, like, trying to.
That was a tough time.
It was a lot going on.
It was a lot going. It was a lot going on. Maybe that true Hollywood story will come out someday. But as it goes for Mike, this is just very different. Yeah. And we want to make that clear. This is very different. This is still a person that literally lives with us, and I will still be going to your room to see what you're working on, and he'll still come in here when I'm writing something or anybody's writing something. I'm always thinking of everybody. So it's like, yeah, okay, when a person like Mike is saying, yo, he wants to take a step back, that's all the freedom. But when I'm writing something, I'm gonna hit you up and be like, yo, block these dates off. I need you to because I know what you can bring to the table, and that's why I disagree with you when you say you like it better with us up there. Nah. You are a major part of bringing out the funny and everything.
You are up there.
You are. That's what I said.
I agree with the writing, but I ain't gonna lie, man. My acting, I don't like my acting, man. At least not right now. And I feel like eventually I get to a comfortable space, but I just be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I've tried to hone in on acting, and I've just been like, this is
right. But I'm talking about even like but your characters. That's not always. That's dependent more on funny, and you've always brought that. When we see you play ref as you know what I'm saying.
I think moments like that, I would feel
East is hilarious.
Right,
you know,
right.
And there's nothing that has nothing to do with finding your personal
right. That's me mimicking someone.
Exactly. That's comedy.
I can do that all day. I can do that all day.
That's the shit. Like, yo, we might need you for it.
And that's the thing. Like, people who listen to this podcast will know, but I'm glad it's not. I wish more people listen to the podcast, but the select few people, they'll know But I feel like me jumping in as characters will always be the funniest thing. It's like, is that Mike? And we can when our budget is to the point where we can get makeup
That's
and
gonna be ignorant.
and they go, is that Mike? Like
I see what
You
you're
see what I'm saying? Like,
the one dude that's always like, oh shit, that was him in the background. Doing
right.
that,
It was like the dude that left the group that's always in everything.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right.
I feel like stuff like that is funny for us to do. And I'm still doing this. I'm literally doing the same thing, but I was able to take enough time for myself and make it clear what I'm trying to do to the world and to the universe, so that I can put that energy in that direction.
Yeah.
But then that extra energy that I have, I still want to be able to devote it to a group of guys who bring the rest of the energy.
And you always just know if you need bars, you just hit me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Always.
Come on, you already know.
I already know what songs.
Ain't that right, Ken?
Mike, just keep doing what you do. There's way better talent out there that you could work
You know
with.
what I'm saying?
There's no reason to look back when you can look forward.
Hit me, I'll come to the booth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't worry about Ken. It's always
Take
a
this
hater
You're
in
saying
the
I
group.
should be focusing on Big Sean and
Yeah,
Kendrick.
Yeah.
not. All right.
Rome
Damn,
needs to
man.
focus on like hosting.
Y'all some haters. Y'all some
Damn,
haters.
I was going, but now they got me.
Hey, I'm gonna sneak in your room. Don't tell nobody. I'm just come through.
See, and then every time you do that, and you come in here with these trash ass intros, I'm gonna be like, "See, you focus more on music in there."
I guess I'm last to go.
Yeah.
As I've known Mike since 12, when we were inches shorter. Shit, when my dick was inches smaller. It's just, as I always say when we have this conversation, it's not shocking to me. He's always been this way since I've known him. He's always trying something new, always going for something new, always been multi-talented. So it's not shocking to me. And if this,
Always been multi.
Yeah, multi.
I mean, in my eyes. Now, when it comes to the sports thing, it's a little shaky.
go.
There. It's a little shaky there.
Go.
Did you ever see him play basketball?
Yeah,
Come on, man. I had good games in front of you, Cam.
I definitely.
When Cam came to the game, it was like your dad comes to the game. Oh, I got to show out.
Oh, here
He's gonna talk trash if I don't.
I seen him play when I'm beating him, one-on-one a lot of times,
that don't count. I'm talking about in my games, in regulation games, I put up 10, 11 points for the game.
I'm gonna tell you what. One of my favorite things to see Mike do, I rarely ever get to see him do. I just like to see Mike sprint. That's one of my favorite things to see Mike sprint. It's just funny, but that's a whole. That's another podcast. So when he kept saying you want to do music, he's more like a brother to me. I've known this man since 12. Like we used to be at my house, we eating breakfast. My mom coming in, y'all want pizza? No, we want pizza. So whatever makes him happy, be happy. But still in my heart, no matter what he says, and this could just be me being selfish, I know it's still in there. I know it when he tell his jokes.
Comedy,
When he tell his jokes, when he come up with his ideas, it's still in there. Of course, music is where love is, the real passion, but I know the comedy is still in him, and that's why I like this is more like stepping back than a full on like this gone. Cause when you don't have love for something, you'll just straight up go. Like I don't watch wrestling anymore. Like it's done. My love for wrestling is done. Man. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
I know it's in him. Like if when we get the big movies, he's gonna be there. It's like how you say you always write for people. I know because it's still in you, but the day to day, I get that part. But
you just don't want to. You want to be able to give that person the space to make sure they feel happy.
Yeah, because if you don't, then nothing's gonna come from. It's like Rodman when you watch the Jordan doc.
Yeah.
They understood that okay, this guy when it's time to come on the court, he gonna show up, but you got to let him go and be free and give him more freedoms than the other people because that's the only way they're great at anything. So.
Like in here fucking Carmen Electra.
That's what I'm saying. I'm the Dennis Rodman.
So that's the way I look at it. I don't look at it like he's fully leaving. It's just like stepping back, a reduced role, and when it's time, you'll show up. I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just a different time again, like with the world we're in, it's tough to see, like we're in a discussion now with the Redskins,
Come on, man. Let's talk about serious
Hold
shit,
on.
man. Come on.
Hold on. Before
We're having a serious conversation. You want to bring it
Hold on. God damn it.
trash ass niggas.
Hold on.
You done ruined the whole goddamn movie. Man.
Oh man.
But they are in talks right now about changing their name. You know what I'm saying? That's a big discussion. Changing the Redskins' name, and that's a big company.
You need to change your record because y'all keep losing. That's what you need to
Fuck
change.
up, dog. I'm trying to have a serious discussion. And you're talking this negative talk. So, you know, when I think about Dormtainment, you know, and I think about, you know, we've had talks about changing our name. We've had talks about, like, you know, rebranding and doing something different for a while. Never could conclude on something. At one point, we had a new name called The Six. And then Drake took that name. All right, I had a name called The Six. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool.
Drake took the name, and then also we lost a member.
Yeah. So that wasn't a good move.
That's why I like no more names that get you stuck in somewhere.
Yeah.
That was the whole issue. The name itself I like, but I like we gonna be stuck again, and then it would have been bad again.
Yeah. So now my new name is The Five.
The Five.
Oops. I can't name that no more.
Did you say that for real?
No, I'm just fucking around. But
So the 4.5.
but nah, just really thinking about it, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we don't know what's next.
All I know is that we're all friends and we're all good friends. You know what I'm saying? And I think we always want to work with each other. Maybe not Cam, but I think that, you know, that's what matters the most to me. Like, comparing it back to that football team, it's like a lot of people are arguing about a name. They said they'll never follow a team again if they change their name. And I'm like, who cares?
Why?
Are you rooting for that name
Or the team?
or the actual thing, the team,
Yeah.
the organization you're going for? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that with us. No matter what we change, how the team changes, or how we're always still us. You know what I'm saying? We're always going to be a group of guys that do comedy and do a bunch of different crafts and artistries, and we always try to come back together to do something great, and that's how I think we'll stand.
And with that being said, we actually have an opportunity on the table right now that we talked about. So we here. So we working.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where we at.
Keeping it moving.
And we just trying to figure out the next move as we go.
Yep.
But we just wanted to get on here and let Mike talk and let you guys, you know, listen. So
You want to stay for the rest of the podcast? Or you got
What y'all talking about?
man,
it's all on the board. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah. Let's see what's.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I just want to say that it's that Manscaped time again. We have a new code. New code is just DT, not DT20. It's DT. And the reason why I really wanted to talk about it this time because I went bald, and I haven't been bald in a minute. I'm balding at the top, but I went bald on my penis at the bottom.
Okay.
And not only did I go bald, I did a little extra. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of did my inner thigh area.
Oh yeah, I be doing that.
But it feel a little, it feel a little new. This is a little new for me. I did the inner thigh area, and it was real slick.
So
I put
now
lotion
you got like
on.
a bikini line.
Yeah, I got like a bikini line. And I was like, I don't know how to feel about it. It feel good. It feel clean. But it's just real.
What made
I'm scared
you
to
do
chafe.
that area?
Huh?
What made you do that area?
Because I was like, if I'm gonna do the middle ball area, why not just go
look
take care?
stupid.
Yeah, look,
You look
it's like hair right there, but then it's like a.
It's like putting on your shirt before you put on your underwear. You look dumb in the mirror.
So you're just talking about like right near this?
Yeah, right on in there. Yeah, that's my first
I
time
thought you
doing
meant all your whole leg.
No, I ain't do
your
all
whole
up
inner
here.
thigh.
Yeah, no, but
I don't really do that. But I kind of
Sometimes it get like that.
I try to give myself a
I ain't gonna lie,
fade.
it's a little high. It's like up in this
fade,
area.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
Like
been
I try
there.
to give it a fade because I don't mind hair on the legs, but I just don't want to shave my balls and my dick area and then just have this like it looks like now a little fro right here. On
Yeah, that's
the
what
side.
that's
Look,
why I
I'm
had
not
to take care
hairy
of
as
it.
y'all, but I do get there still.
Yeah, I had to get the
I
inner
do
thigh
right there.
area, and it felt good, man. I used the lawnmower 3.0, and that was
Cam like a baby gerbil, no hair. You got a little bit of hair.
Yeah, I'm just not hairy. You know?
Yeah, like a baby gerbil. You know, they come out or a
No,
baby
they be
cat.
bald.
You ever
They
seen
be
them? They're
bald.
Yeah, they be
as
bald.
hell.
They be bald.
they be super bald. But I really like the trimmer that I used. Though. I used the guard first.
Okay.
Me too.
I've been using the guard first. I
This
used
is the
guard-
lawnmower, right?
Yeah, the lawnmower. I used the guard first, and then I got down with the trimmer. And it felt good. It felt good. But I just wanted to say that I did my inner thighs. And men, I think y'all should handle your inner thigh area. I think it's a good area to handle. And
Even
then
if you gotta fade it.
Yeah, even if you gotta fade it. Now, when you say fade it, it's just like you just
Like you try to go light to dark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It
okay.
don't look
Gotcha.
like you shaved.
It
but
don't
it's
look like just
it
one
it
section
grows
is
light.
shaved on
Oh,
the ball,
okay,
and you got
okay.
hair right here. It looks like
Gotcha.
it evenly goes down.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like
to the
that-
leg. You know what I'm saying?
So it's more of a presentation. It's more of a, okay.
Still like a man, but then you
Yeah.
you look like you groom.
You groom.
you
Okay.
groom,
Or you
yeah.
grow nicely at least.
Okay.
Right.
Well, listen, y'all. Make sure you grow nicely. Get your Manscaped. Use the promo code DT. Get you 20% off, and grow nicely. You know what I'm saying? Get your inner thighs handled. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all ever do a cul-de-sac down there?
A cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
How would you now? Is that the cul-de-sac where you
Just
like
go
you
down.
trim
Just,
the hair in a circle like this,
Yeah,
or
just-
you shave out the hair in a circle?
just
like
leave the sides. Just go down the middle.
Leave the side.
Okay.
Go down the
that?
middle.
Just down the middle.
You know what a cul-de-sac
I
is,
know what a
man.
cul-de-sac,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a cul-de-sac has like a little round.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that too. It's whatever you want to do. You can do a full driveway. You can do a cul-de-sac.
Okay, so you would go a little roadway, and then right when you're about to hit your dick, you gotta shave the parts that go
Oh,
around
okay,
the
I
dick
see, yeah.
ball and leave the hair.
Little
I'm
cul-de-sac.
just
on each
saying, you
side.
can do a driveway
Okay.
cul-de-sac. Sometimes,
Okay.
get crazy.
Create a good community when your dick is.
Get
Okay.
crazy.
I feel like
Put
you
a place where her tongue can drive up.
Hilarious.
could tell your girl, hey girl,
Drive up
welcome
the driveway.
to Linwood.
All right.
Welcome to Linwood.
Bring that Toyota tongue up the driveway. I get
And
it.
when she doing it to her, she hitting licks.
Okay, I get it. Hitting licks.
She hitting licks.
I have to be from the 69.
No Karens welcomed in this neighborhood.
I mean, hold on now.
Oh man.
Alright, man.
All right. Yeah. What else we got going on in life?
Talking about COVID again? Oh, you're COVID.
Oh, so yeah. Basically, my doctor. I had a sinus infection about 2 weeks ago.
Which I was worried about.
He was worried about.
Yeah,
Cool.
so let's tell
How
the
dare
story
you?
now.
How dare you say that? How do you have the gall to come on here and say that?
When you was in here sick.
Bush League, Emmanuel.
Well,
That's Bush League.
but
You came in here full on sick.
full-on sick.
You don't even live here. You just came here to live while you were sick. That's Bush League. It's churlish, and it was very,
And I was the one
very
who probably got you
irresponsible of
sick.
you.
But at least I lived here.
At least he lives here.
But no. So I went to the doctor. I had a sinus infection.
God damn it.
He hit this nigga man like these niggas is right. He hit me like 11, 12 days later and says, so the test came back positive, but he said, here's the thing.
AC.
He said, here's the thing. It could be a false positive because they've been having a lot of false positives. Because any symptom of a runny nose, a slight cough, if you have congestion, anything, even they have people who died of cancer in the hospital, but they said it's COVID. And it's like, he said, honestly, if you might have had a mild case and it's gone because it's been 12, 13 days. Or he said you just had a sinus infection and it came back false positive. Either way, guys, I'm okay. I'm feeling fine. That's where we at. And we've been in the house, so regardless if everybody already had it or if it's just we in this together. If that's
I
the case.
came in here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I walk into the room.
Yeah.
And I see Rome over. And Rome has a computer in his room that I used to edit room noise. So I'm in there about to edit. All of a sudden, I see Rome in here with tea. He kind of sniffling, kind of like you could tell. I look in his eyes, and his eyes look a little like sickly. And I'm looking,
It's in my eyes.
and I'm just like, does this nigga? And when I ask him, he
I
just
said,
goes, "Oh no, I just had little allergies." You know,
Yeah,
I had. And so I'm like, "Hey, look, this is kind of bitch ass me here too," because I said, "Oh, okay." I just left.
He just left. He did. He left. He texted me.
I just left the house.
He said, "You sick, bro?" I said,
I
"Nah."
texted him when I got back to my girl's crib. I said, "Hey man, I don't think I'm gonna be today." I like be honest with you, bro. You know I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac.
Yeah, I feel it.
I saw you. I feel like you got some. This man texts me. Nah. I told you I got allergies. I told you.
I did.
And in my head, the feeling I had is this man had COVID. He's telling me, no, it's just allergies. You know me. I'm like, nah, but I don't usually see you drinking tea and
You
looking
definitely
like
see
that
me
during
drinking
allergies.
tea.
I see you drinking tea, but not in the manner of which you were drinking it.
Just in the end of the day, I be drinking tea all the
Nah,
time.
nigga, you look. It came back. Yeah, COVID. It came back. I was right. God damn it. And you know,
alright.
and you know, here's another thing. I think I've gained some weight, got a little hip, so I'm starting to
Duh.
have woman's intuition. So like the day that Mike came to us and said that he was gonna leave. That same morning, I woke up and I started having like a little anxiety attack. No, honestly, I started feeling. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was going on my run, and so I remember stopping in the middle of streets in the middle of the street, and I remember being like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like I started feeling like, "What's going on?" And by the time I got back to the so I'm taking, I go back to the apartment. I'm telling my girl, "Yo, I feel weird. Like I feel anxious and nervous." And by the time I got here, Mike's like, "Yo, I feel like living in a group." That's why I was quiet that day too, because I was like, "Ooh, I felt this coming." That's what it was. So thanks to my hips and understanding, Rome's better shut the hell up about not having COVID. All this talk about my doctor. My doctor said, "Well, it could have been." What type of doctor is this? What type of doctor
first off, once again, you can't speak. You are throwing up in here on the couch, snot sniffling.
I thought I was just sick. This is before
the same shit I just said.
It's COVID. We didn't
that
know
was
COVID.
February.
We didn't know COVID. COVID wasn't here yet. It supposedly wasn't here yet.
Supposedly, we don't know.
So how would I know to be like, I better stay away from y'all? I got COVID.
But regardless,
it ain't about COVID. It's just you was extremely sick. Why you don't live here? Why you come here extremely sick to live?
Because my girl had her brother in town who was staying with them, and I was like, okay, I don't want to get him sick either.
But so you want to get all of us sick?
I stayed in there. I sprayed. I took as much as I could.
That's a common area a nigga gotta go through.
I sprayed. I'm letting fuck it.
But we good. We out here. We doing the podcast.
Both of y'all had COVID. Let's just settle it that way.
Might have had it too.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
I had it too at one point.
Same right.
We're guys. We're in a dormtanglement. All right. So that's just where we at.
Great transition.
We in a dormtanglement. Will and Jada. Let's talk about it. How you feel? I don't really care, but it was just one of those things where we knew that the internet was going to eat it up.
Could be a distraction.
I got another, viewpoint on it that I've been talking to a couple of girls about, friends. Okay. When they bring it up, I was saying it's kind of like one-sided because Jada did this and saying entanglement, it was August and all that. They laugh at it like, I get you, girl. You just need some dick, this and that, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If Will Smith,
terrible man.
If Will Smith was to take advantage of a girl in an emotional state that was August age, young in the 20s, had sex, and she thought that it was something more than what it was, and he just described it as an entanglement. It would be no jokes. It would be no memes. It would be like, Will Smith, this is terrible. Men ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit.
That's true.
And that's all I was thinking about the whole time watching it. And I was like, damn, this is kind of double standards.
A lot of men would not sit down the way Will sat down. And I mean, of course, they went through their shit. I get it. I know they probably went through a hell of stuff.
He didn't want to be there.
But even the fact that he there,
he did. Yeah, right.
Even the fact that he there, like. Woman not going. That's not going to happen on the other side. That's not going to happen on the other side. I was just like, and she tried. And it's just funny how she tried to dance around it. Tried to dance and use entanglement.
When you look up the word entanglement, it actually says a complicated relationship. Because I said the same thing. I was like, how's she gonna use that word? Because I would have been like, well, what's that mean?
What's that mean?
And then someone looked it up and said, I was like, it does say a complicated relationship.
Entanglement.
Yeah, but come on, man. Entanglement can also mean I'm
tangled
stuck in
up.
some ropes.
I've been entangled.
No, I know there's a reason.
Your pubes can get entangled.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Your AirPods.
Manscaped DT. Let's go.
But there's a reason she uses the word entanglement instead of just saying we had an affair or because she's trying to make it seem lighter than it is, and she's trying to,
But can you imagine a guy coming up there saying the same thing?
I can hear Will doing that, and it would be entanglement, and it should be like, say that again. And he'd be like, what entanglement? I said what I said.
The whole time. I knew I could tell y'all, Jada, she want Tupac. I've been telling y'all this. I was just shocked. Me and my girl watching this, and I'm like, yo, it's all her. I thought there was gonna be something on Will too, like, when I fucked up. Nah, this nigga was like, what did you do, Jada?
Well, she did say did say you did get me back already. So
yeah, because he was out here fucking that. What's her name?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie getting that black cock. How they say it in Australia? Cockney. She was getting that black cockney.
That poppy cockney.
Poppy cock. She was getting.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of Harley Quinn getting dick down by one of the black. Anyway,
But it's just funny. Will's face
Manual.
the whole time.
sorry.
It's just like he just like he wasn't there, but kind of was there.
No, he
but-
was there, but he looked like he was getting hit with like emotional punches.
Yeah,
Just
he-
he was.
I think it was triggering because
Yeah.
it's like it's over. I've been through this. We got
Yeah.
over it. It was 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Why is it up now? And then he said, Black Twitter made it their business, so
Yeah,
that's
of
why
course.
they here.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was short and precise
was,
though.
yeah,
that
very
was
short.
good. It didn't need to be an hour. It was 12 minutes.
Yeah.
like I just saw a woman up there that she's a little crazy. She has a little, just wants to be happy. And I could see her yelling at Will in the house and Will being like, I'm giving you everything. What do you want?
Tyrese.
Like, I'm just not happy. I could see
What more
Jada
do you
saying
want
all
from
that
me?
because she keep thinking about how Tupac was and thinking how much of a warrior he was. Even though Will Smith is a warrior in his own right, just different. And she wondered. But the funniest shit, did you see what 50 Cent said?
See that?
Dog, the funniest
I started.
shit
Are these
ever.
DMs real?
I don't know if it was a DM or a.
DM.
Oh,
It was
that's what you
DM?
were talking about. Oh, yeah, it looked like a DM, but it also didn't look real.
Because
Like-
Michael Blackson DM'd him too, and it's the same. And I'm like,
I don't know if it's real, but I was dying
Yeah, it was
laughing
funny.
at the funniest.
there's
thing in
no
the
way.
world.
There's no way
He
Will
said-
Smith is having a conversation with 50 Cent about Jada.
it just don't make
He
sense.
said, "Yo, Will,
Who
you
said
all
it?
right over there?"
Oh.
Okay, so 50 Cent said, "Yo, Will, you all right over there?" Will Smith says back, "Yes, I'm cool. I appreciate your concern, my brother." And then 50 says, "But why she tell you that shit on us on the show for everybody to see?" She said, "We broke up. So she
sounded
did her and I did me." And then she said, "Only she can give permission for somebody to blow her back out." That's what he said.
That's what 50
Cent
Cent
said.
said.
Then she said she can only give permission to somebody to blow her back out. This nigga Will said, "Fuck you, 50." He said, "What I do?"
It's like, I don't know if
Like, that's
it's
some
real.
childish ass shit.
Here's the thing. I just finished reading 50 Cent's book, and he talks about his level of thinking on a lot of playing fields. And hearing that is just funny because it's like, it could be real,
could
but
be
it's
real.
also a method behind all his madness. 50 Cent.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. But that's funny. Even if it's not, it's funny. That's 50.
And 50's getting bullied right now by some regular dude, some rapper right now that
Getting
keeps
bullied?
bothering him. Yeah, every time 50 goes out to eat somewhere, this rapper shows
Oh, he
up
threw a
trying-
chair at it. Yeah, he
you
did
saw-
he threw a table at the nigga.
It's like the
Wait,
third
50
time this
Cent
dude
threw a
showed
table
up.
at him?
Spins and picked up
Yeah,
a table
because
and
he
threw
keeps
it.
showing up.
Y'all got to show
Like
me
the
that.
nigga standing on the
after.
outside. You
Y'all
see
gotta
50
show me
I
that.
didn't see the videos. Videos?
Yeah, I seen
Oh,
50
shit.
You
pick
gotta
up the
show me
table
that
and throw it.
Is this the same dude that approached him at the movie theater like
I think
2
so.
years ago?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Why he keep bothering him?
Yeah, leave him alone.
He wanted to get something. And this time he said, "Yo, I gave Jack, what's his name, Jack Thriller, $5,000 to make sure everything was good with me and 50." He said, "Okay, cool." So now when I saw 50 Cent out,
Yeah.
I said, "Yo, 50 was good." I guess he started throwing chairs.
Nigga is throwing chairs, dude. Throwing
Jack
chairs
Thriller?
at the table.
That's
So
one
now
way to
50
know
Cent
you
went
ain't
on
wanted
and said,
around.
Jack
Oh,
Tiller,
yeah,
we gotta
if-
talk if he.
then, and I think they said that Nick the 50 was at dinner with a girl. So it's
girl,
like
probably.
this nigga probably looked at her and said, "Hold on, baby, watch out.
Oh, this man,
I'm gonna pick up this
I'm
table.
gonna pick up this table.
Hold on. Hey, can I
Throw
get
it.
this to go? Because I'm about to throw
I'm
this
gonna
table.
throw this table."
See, and
You gotta be real mad because you gotta pick up the table and you gotta be very mad. to
and
do
then
that.
and then Jada seeing that, see like, Will, why you don't do that?
why you don't throw no table?
You know what it is? You know what it really probably was? 50 Cent was probably supporting a friend, went to his new restaurant. He thought the food was terrible. Instead of facing him and telling him that, he said, "This is my opportunity to throw a table, get the fuck out of here, and excuse me, me getting angry."
The dude didn't even come into the restaurant.
Nah.
He just saw him walking outside. He's like, "Oh, good talking."
Throw this goddamn table. Fuck you, man. You throwing tables at me?
He like, man, I'm out of here, dog.
Duh, that's
Oh
funny.
my god!
I got to see that video.
But yeah, but that was the 50s. That's the Will and Jada shit. Basically, entanglement is the funniest shit I seen was like, I know T.I. mad that he didn't get to use that word first.
Yeah,
That's
that
funny.
was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my god! And then how do you feel about the whole I kind of I saw Charlamagne talk about this today too, but I was thinking the same thing when they say bad marriage for life. You know they did that little thing.
It was a little weird.
How do you feel about
It was
that?
a little weird,
'Cause
but
I just was
but
like-
I also think
I
they were
thought it
joking.
was a joke. I just
but
thought it was a flip on it.
I mean,
joke.
but obviously this is a real situation.
But I
Bad things have been happening.
It has, but they also show that, sometimes you got to persevere through it. Like, it's bound to happen. 28 years
Yeah.
and nothing, especially
guess
how they feel about different things, how strong-minded both of them are. expound something's gonna happen, but they also show you can rebound and refine love and keep going because they seem to love each other again.
A lot of people would have been done in their situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Like
A
that
lot of
whole
people go
marriage,
through that,
death do us part thing is a very
Before we go too,
Was it
before we
cynical?
get too deep in that, I think the person that's being neglected in this, the feelings, is what about Jaden? Imagine you find out August, someone in your peer group is having sex with your mom. Like me and August can't be friends no more. I'm sorry, I'm not mature enough to handle that.
Yeah, because Jaden was like 17 or something.
Yeah, I'm not mature enough to handle that because this nigga say anything slick to me about my mom, I'm firing off.
August has been more mature than that.
Yeah, I think.
But it's his principle. You had sex with my mom. I can't hang out with you no more. You my age. Like I can't hang out. It's over. It's over.
done?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's
Sound funny,
over.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like think about I can't handle that. Mature like being 20. This other 20-year-old had sex with my mom.
But what if he don't say nothing about it? Like, what if he don't-
Nah. I know what happened now. No, we entangled now.
We entangled.
And if you say something, my fist gonna be entangled.
What if he never talked to you, but just on his way out, he just casually says, "I see you later, champ."
You gotta fight. You gotta fight.
Fighting that nigga,
gotta
dog.
fight.
Fighting
You
that
can't
nigga.
call me no champ,
Fighting
nigga.
that nigga.
I ain't no champ.
That's what I'm saying.
What you say, nigga? Stop running over
I ain't no fucking champ.
Logic,
I'll beat
logic
your
is
ass.
out the window. I'm not thinking clearly. I don't want to be. I don't. What's funny? I don't even want to be. I wouldn't want to be mature in the situation. Like it's over.
Yeah, nah.
I'd be mad at my mom though.
Yeah, I'd be
I
mad
would
at
be
my
mad
mom.
at her too,
I'm
but I'm
definitely
mad at him
mom.
too. Like
Like, why are you doing this to me?
Do you think mothers
Mom,
have,
what the fuck is an entanglement?
like obviously we four guys I'm about to bring up women here, but do you feel like mothers have a certain responsibility
No.
about like dating certain people when they have kids?
Not
of
they
certain
friends.
ages?
Nah.
yeah, you can't date your son friends.
Why?
But what if he cool?
Yeah, would be cool.
Nah,
Why?
man.
Because I wouldn't want the dad to be dating the daughter.
Yeah,
friends
true.
either.
That's true.
Right.
That's very
It's
true.
weird, man.
It is
This
weird.
is weird.
It's definitely
Weird,
weird.
right?
You can mess up a kid's childhood like that.
It's like you shouldn't be looking at him like I want to entangle with
That's
him.
what Aaron Hernandez's mom did. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that's
She
right.
started messing with some dude
Yeah, yeah.
that he knew.
It turned him into a murderer.
I
saying?
mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, like all
That shit
childhood
that shit can
trauma
fuck you
will
up.
fuck people
and
up.
his dad just
we-
died.
Not saying Jaden a child, but I'm just saying.
Jaden the childhood
I'm just
trauma.
saying. I'm just saying.
We don't
That
know
ain't
what Jaden's
cool.
going through.
Like you
Yeah.
got to think about like when you a parent, it's certain things that you just got to sacrifice. You the parent, you
Yep.
know. You got to do what's best for
And-
your child, and that was not what's best
And
for
then
her.
Jaden see all this shit on the internet. It's a lot.
If
It's a lot
jokes come to him now, you know what I'm saying.
It's a lot of shit.
He a rapper. If he get in any beef,
It's a
they
rap.
bringing that
Oh,
up.
it's a rap.
Damn.
Like-
Imagine how Superhead's son feels.
Oh,
Well, he ain't in the public. He ain't in
Yeah.
the limelight.
yeah, you don't
but
know
his
who
mom
he is.
is right on them internet videos.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing too. Like,
solid too. Solid.
damn, I lost my train of thought.
yeah,
Go
you're
ahead.
thinking about them next videos. Superhead.
Superhead make you do that.
Oh yeah.
But that was real. There's
was
some
real.
maybe some theories. Some
some
Yeah,
fake.
so over the weekend there was a theory that Wayfair is in a human sex trafficking ring.
That
So
shit,
they're in
yeah.
a scandal right now because if you haven't heard about it, they have items on their website like a regular looking cabinet or pillow that would be $12,000,
Well, first of all,
$13,000,
Wayfair too, if y'all don't know, is like a
Furniture
furniture
store.
selling website.
and they supposedly supply ice camps, you know, with their bedding and all of that. But there will be a cabinet, for example, Samaya 5-shelf storage cabinet, $12,000. And then there's a girl named Samaya that's missing. And then they had a pillow or another same cabinet with another name, and it's the same name of a girl that's missing. So people are saying this is where people go and buy these girls, like, you know, undercover, and
yeah.
then they get the girl shipped to them. And then when all this information started coming out, Wayfair started taking down all these posts.
And they
like,
tried to say that some of these the material of the cabinets is what. But it's like it's so coincidental that it's the name. Granted, there's a lot of names out here, but it's just way too coincidental.
like this throw pillow, $10,000. There's no reason this throw pillow should be $10,000. It's his name Dunning Zodiac, and Tori Dunning is a 15-year-old girl that's missing in North Carolina. It's just too coincidental. Like it could all, you know, it all could be the conspiracy theorists and all this, but it's just too much that's in like
Yeah.
that's linking up. So
This weekend, I
That's
traveled
fucking
down a dark rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, and this started it off. This whole Wayfair scandal,
Me too.
because it is getting fucking crazy.
Did you watch the Epstein documentary?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Y'all talked about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Epstein. Like right now, Ghislaine, I believe her name is Ghislaine
Yeah,
Maxwell
Maxwell.
is locked up, and there's even theories behind. Oh, I don't even know where to start with this, dog. There's so much. Okay, I just know saw the Wayfair stuff first. Okay, and I finished reading the article about it, and then I start seeing. I start hearing more about people saying that Trump has started a crackdown on pedophile rings across the country, and there is through that I found out there's a conspiracy theory group called QAnon, QAnon, I believe, QANON, QAnon or something like that, which is they're kind of like a right-leaning conspiracy theory group. So they're like for Trump. They believe Trump is bringing down all this bad shit while he does stupid stuff, right? I don't know if I agree with it. A lot of them don't sound like they have all their facts down and stuff. But there's been a couple trending things that come out. One, they take claim for revealing this now, that all this shit is real. Now that this come out. They're saying that there's a whole, like these Hollywood celebrities and obviously politicians and others are heavily involved in sex trafficking of little girls and little boys, and it's around the world. Jeffrey Epstein was just a small part of it, and Ghislaine Maxwell is gonna be releasing. She's probably gonna be telling everybody who's who
If she survives.
If she survives. Now, here's the first conspiracy theory. The first conspiracy theory is that Ghislaine Maxwell, who was supposedly arrested about 2 weeks ago, that she was actually been arrested for the past 9 months by the FBI, and that she already started snitching. And that there's videos on YouTube right now you can see of LA County Sheriff saying that there was a big crackdown on child sex trafficking rings in Los Angeles, but they never give any names. They don't say who they cracked down, but they say it's been a massive collective thing between the FBI and the LA thing. Here's the funny thing. When you type in Oprah or Ellen or anybody, that comes up. Now,
Remember the whole theory I brought up with everyone being home, like how this whole COVID thing could be a cover up with those celebrities, because everyone been noticing Ellen, Oprah, they look like they got ankle bracelets on, but they always wearing sweats to cover it. So some people are like, oh, it's a mic, but they're like, I don't know.
when I went to go watch the video, which they say it's a mic. Sometimes it's true. When they do audio hookups for you in movies and shows or something like that, sometimes they put your receiver on your ankle and leave a mic up to you. Here's the thing. When I'm watching these videos, the quality that you usually get from a receiver to a mic is going to be clear. It's going to sound like it's right up on you. When I'm hearing her talk in these videos, it sounds like it's coming from a distance. Like so it don't sound like she has a mic on. And you just see this thing under her pant leg. And then same thing with Oprah. People point out, like, why do they keep covering up this thing? Like, this seems like something. All this ended up leading me to a conspiracy that either Tom Hanks is dead or he's locked up in Guantanamo Bay.
Is that why his
Because
movie
he is one of the
had to go to Apple Plus to distract us from all this?
I don't know, but they're saying he has done no promotion for his movies. There are no recent videos. People are pointing out all the videos that he's done, like talking about the movie, are old. They're clear, like you can see references. Like he's not. This wasn't filmed recently, and yet
really
there are news channels saying what some of the stuff they're acting like they're talking to him live.
Yeah.
Which is weird as fuck.
Why is he in Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah, that's
Okay, they're saying these conspiracy theories. I used to love this shit and be in until I realized there's a lot of bullshit out there, and I'm not one to take away from like conspiracies. I'm glad there are people out there looking at this stuff. I think continue, you know. But I'm the type, I just need to see the facts. We need to see more facts in what comes out. But I am in love with these ideas. Like I like the idea. I like to know that if there's something bad going on, that it will come to the light and be destroyed. I like the good guy approach.
You want that hope in life.
I want that hope that this thing is going to come to an end, whatever, especially if there's little kids involved and that around. That's disgusting, and that needs to be torn down immediately.
But Guantanamo Bay.
So, Tom Hanks, America's sweetheart, people are claiming that he is one of the heads of a cult of billionaires, Hollywood celebs, and they're a satanic cult that, and this is nothing like, most people have said this about a lot of celebrities for years, Illuminati cult, well, all this type of stuff, but they're saying he's part of a certain satanic cult of elites.
So he's big with the kids.
And that he's been using kids. What you say? My bad.
You missed.
All right, my bad. So he's been, having sex with kids. He's been all this stuff. And that's the word on the street. Now there's these rumors coming out since COVID, since he dropped that he's been sick. He was one of the first people to say, oh, I'm sick, I'm in Australia and all this. All the videos that Tom Hanks, type in Tom Hanks on, just in Google or something, brick wall. His wife and him have been seen against this brick wall just talking. Their usual social media has changed. Like, they usually post pictures with themselves, a lot of stuff. Everything's been very ambiguous that they post. Like old, promotions or flyers or old just random things where you can't see their face and something.
So no one asked his Jamaican son?
Yes, and he's saying weird shit. This is him here. Most of their videos have been taking place here. Now, there are some things... Now, people started saying, yo, Tom Hanks got caught. Let me backtrack one more thing, too. There's a guy that came out, actor, who came out and said Tom Hanks molested him and that there's a bunch of people involved in this shit. And the dude made 2 videos. The second video, he says, I want to say more type of information and stuff like that, but I'm not suicidal, I'm good. The next day, he ends up dead. Okay? And people saw, obviously, his video and started saying, okay, what's up with Tom Hanks? Now, people literally have YouTube channels dedicated to what's going on with Tom Hanks. Literally. And Rita Wilson. Are they locked up? What is happening right now? Because everything just seems fake. And there's pictures of Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks coming back in a car or something. People are like, that's not Tom Hanks. That's his brother. His brother,
Bob Hanks?
I think it might be Bob Hanks.
I don't know his brother's name. It's just
it's something like that. But
Bob
they say he's also voiceovered some of the
movie
Toy Story movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he talks like him and he looks like him. And people are saying...
So how long they assume he's been dead?
Since like March or May.
But they say Tom Hanks is dead?
They say either Tom Hanks has been executed for his atrocities to humanity, like for trafficking.
They're not gonna tell nobody?
That's the thing. People are like, who's covered? Why would they? They said if it is true, they can't cover it up forever. They have to he's got to come out and just show like every video they do looks like one interview Rita Wilson did. She did 2 interviews, and it looks like she's in a prison cell.
Rita Wilson's his wife?
His wife. And it looks like she's talking, and they asked her, where are you at? She's like, I'm in the laundry room right now. Everybody's like, man, no laundry room look like that. What is that?
Yeah, not the houses we be looking at. Them $1 million houses. Them laundry rooms be fire.
Them laundry rooms be like a house.
Like she's in some penitentiary. Every video.
So why are they doing video? Well, they're trying to make it seem like they back in normal life.
Going.
Okay.
So now Ellen started posting it. They already suspect Ellen for her ankle bracelet.
She on house arrest for pedophilia.
You remember people came out just a couple
with the painting on the wall and all that.
Yeah, and
what
then not just the painting, but Ellen is a bad person. You remember that story?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like people were like, Ellen's not really that good. Now there's an ankle monitor thing, and now
the painting on the wall.
What was the painting on the wall again?
Remember it says a child that was tortured.
Oh
a lot of them have that pain. That's another story. Keep going.
All these people look distraught in these videos too. Like Ellen's in a video where she's doing like a card trick or something, and her shirt says "Run, Forrest, Run" on it. And on the shirt, the O in Forrest or something is like the pedophile sign.
What's the
like-
pedophile?
They got a
sign?
pedophile.
It's like a
They got like a
circle
bat
that's like
signal?
this. It's on the FBI watch list.
It's
Like
a
these
small
are
little
symbols of
booty
like
hole.
sex trafficking. It is kind of like a booty hole.
It's a small.
It is
So, I don't want to laugh at the, yo. It's
keep
a
going, keep
small
going, keep going, keep going,
booty
keep
hole.
Oh man, I'm trying to
What's
remember
going
everything,
on
but
with these people, man? All right,
going.
So what was that? So Rita Wilson, that thing, and so she has this thing that says "Run Forrest Run" on it, and people are saying, "Oh, is this a message? Where you trying to send a message to Tom or something?" And then somebody else, who was
He
up?
is Forrest Gump.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
and you know the chick who played in the first Spider-Man movies, that redhead, Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah.
Her. She posted on her IG a picture of his Toy Story character laying face down on the floor, and in the background you have a Huggies diaper
Pampers?
box.
Yeah.
Diaper box, right? And there's a hole cut in, like a tunnel hole. And then in the background, there's like people, like they have toy figures, right? It's like people facing a boat or some type of ship. And on the bottom, it says letters with a couple Q's in it and stuff that they say, what comes with more than one Q? But, you know, they're pointing out all this weird shit. And on it, she also geotags it a certain place overseas. That when you type in that place, nothing but articles about billionaires going there to invest in what's it called, bunkers. Mm-hmm. That like, you know, bunkers for like end of the world type shit, right? Mm-hmm. That this is the place. On all the rest of her pictures around it, she doesn't tag anything. There's no location on any other of her pictures, just that one, right? And she has the toy, like Tom Hanks, face down on a girl, but he doesn't have his red handkerchief on, which they say now is tied to you not being a snitch. If he didn't say anything. So people are putting out and they saying the reason people put out symbolisms like that is that's just a part of their satanic culture. Mm-hmm. Like they put out all these symbols. They that's how they communicate with you, and they want people to know there's something bigger and people looked up pictures between Kirsten Dunst and Tom Hanks, and there's only one picture of them together, like where they don't look like they're friends or anything. And they're like, why is she making this? And now everybody's bombarding her page. People are bombarding Ellen's page. People bombarding Oprah. We know y'all are part of it. We know Tom Hanks is either dead or in jail. And everybody's trying to cover up. Y'all, everybody's going down.
I'm going to be honest with you. I be going down these
this shit is a rabbit hole.
I go down these rabbit holes too, but I get scared the deeper I go. Because then I start like, are they watching me? Because that's just a whole nother level of some shit.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
And like I don't even like having that shit on my history.
So
Because you got to type in certain shit to go deeper in the rabbit hole. I don't even like typing in those sentences.
there's nothing. All this is YouTube people. You know what I'm saying? These are people on Twitter, especially. Twitter is great. They be going deep and shit, but it's hilarious. But people are saying this is all Ghislaine. She's the reason, like, she started snitching, and these are people getting taken down. But they're putting so much money, even like studios, like, because Tom Hanks just had a movie, they had $200 million wrapped into that, possibly maybe $200 million, that they don't want to ruin his name right now and ruin the movies they had with him. They don't want all this to just fall apart.
Forrest Gump, my favorite movie. That's just crazy.
So we'll see what happens. And here's another weird thing Tom Hanks did, right? And he talked about this on some talk shows. He took pictures of took pictures. This is just a habit he had of people that lost things. Like he'll take a picture of a glove on the ground, like just walking on the streets, or like a little girl's shoe on a fence, or little thing. Sometimes a lot of kids stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he'll just ask, "Oh, I wonder what happened here." And people are linking that to like, has he been telling us this whole time? Like, and even one of the places where like a missing shoe or something was, he tagged it, and that place is where some kids went missing. And people are like, what is this, man?
Weird shit.
It's a lot of weird. Go look this up.
What I've heard.
Be balanced. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of conspiracy theories, but also just you know, I like looking at it because it's interesting, and I don't take it for granted. Like, possibly this shit could be true. We're going to find out if Tom Hanks, they said, died in a mysterious car crash a couple months from now. we know, like, okay, come on now. Something else is happening.
They gotta see. That's what they gotta get better with. It's always a suicide or car crash.
Yeah.
I gotta get more creative because now we're on your ass.
Yeah.
We're on your logo.
We're on you.
We're on your logo.
This is just very interesting times.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, and I've heard like these billionaires who are sick and perverted. They want to do these things to kids, but in order to gain influence and to keep it going, they got to get other people guilty of doing it too. So even like
The blackmail.
Yeah, blackmail. I'm pretty sure some of these celebrities are sick and want to do it, but they force them to do it.
That's what Epstein was doing. He had that
Yeah.
picture of Bill Clinton in a dress up
Yeah.
there. That's like intimidation
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? I know what you did. Like, I got, I have power over you.
So so they can get their message across to the world whenever they want it to. So whenever they get in trouble, they can make a disease or whatever happen right away.
There's a lot of shit happening, man. There's celebrities dying right now. Celebrities are dying. There's celebrities going to jail for shit right now, getting locked up. This is like, if you pay, even there's some ties to even. I don't want to make light of this or nothing, but Naya Rivera went missing.
They said they found a body today. They ain't
I heard
confirmed
they didn't
that's her.
confirm it was her, but they found the body. But she was on a show called Glee, right? That's how she. And, she's the third person off Glee to die now. And these are all once kind of child actors.
I mean, she's been acting since she was a baby.
Right.
Shit, Family Matters.
So a lot of people are just wondering, like,
That was
is
cool.
this tied to the rest of the shit that's going on in Hollywood? Like, I don't know. But it's just
It's a deep hole.
it's a whole whirlwind of shit. It made me feel so uncomfortable, honestly, during the week, because you're just thinking about it now, like, what the fuck, are they that sick and shit? But then you got to reel yourself back into it.
I think
and be like, I don't know, but
2020 gonna go down like one of the most studied years of mankind, and it's not even over yet. But even like today, before I get to the next topic, quick, they was talking about. I didn't even get to read the articles yet, but I had it pulled up that the chances of a San Andreas earthquake has tripled. And usually, they've been saying that for years. It's been, it's active. It could happen anytime. But the way 2020 has been going
It's like
makes
most
you
likely.
worried a little bit. Because if there's any year that it would happen, it will be this year. But besides that, TikTok. Did y'all hear about TikTok? So TikTok is starting to be banned in certain countries because they had spyware on there and they were supposedly spying on people. So they were
because
like,
it's made by China.
yeah, it's
TikTok
a China app.
Yeah.
And China doesn't even allow you to use TikTok.
Oh shit.
And India was the biggest user of TikTok. They banned it. And they banned 58 other Chinese apps because what TikTok was doing, they could look at everything you type in. So all your passwords, your financial stuff, anything that's on your phone. And they got caught earlier in the year, but they said, some malware. But because of Apple, they dropped a new iOS system that they're testing out coming out in the fall. They have this thing in there where they let you see what apps are taken from you, where you could shut it off and like not allow it. And they kept seeing TikTok was like taking all this information. It's almost like they're spying on the U.S. So a bunch of other countries are shutting them down, and they may shut it down in the U.S. Like the other day, it was a glitch where everyone lost their followers, and everyone thought, okay, this is the end. But it came back. But Trump is in talks, so right now possibly banning TikTok and ending it.
I'm down for that.
That sounded so funny.
And they said
not
that
on
one
there.
of the most used search things is how to get big on YouTube again.
Oh,
Like they
that's-
always come back to
You
YouTube.
gotta come back to daddy.
Gotta come back to daddy.
man, because like
Gotta come back
all
to
this
daddy.
is about freedom. The make sure they don't steal our information, and also freedom of speech is all heavily
Yeah.
involved in all this stuff. And YouTube, like even those videos I was looking up, the conspiracy, they started taking them down.
Oh yeah.
Twitter started taking them down too. And it's like, why are y'all taking this down for? Like, why? As soon as I looked up one video, I tried searching the extra Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks where they're in front of a brick wall, and it looked like at one point they're going crazy. Like, they don't sound like themselves.
Yeah.
And they just took that down.
Because
And
it's
I'm
what
like,
Mike say. They got something on you. They
Yeah.
got power over you. Hey, take that down. All right.
But yeah, China, we I'm a little worried about
We
that.
in a trade war with them right now.
We in a trade
So-
war, and they're not gonna go into, they're not gonna go away lightly. So,
Well, I got TikTok on my phone.
yeah, y'all, everybody start watching.
But the new update that's coming out in the fall, you're gonna be able to see what every app, even before you download it,
Yeah.
what they possibly are taking. Like if you go look at the Apple Summit, what's they call them things? They talk about it's almost kind of amazing.
The keynote.
Yeah, the keynote. They talk about all the new security they putting on iOS, the new one.
That's
Looking
Yeah,
back
man.
that, but
What's this Jeep hybrid?
Or the dude?
Oh, I mean, that's not really a good comment. There's a new Jeep.
Oh,
Jeep dropped
okay.
this new hybrid.
I like Jeeps. I
car.
fuck
I
with
love
them.
Jeeps. I just thought that were a cool car. And they finally dropped the hybrid version. Soon they're saying they're about to go electric, completely electric. And I think a lot of people are going to hop on that because they are some cool ass whips.
I like the Volkswagen.
Volkswagen?
Yeah, the Beetle.
Beetle's dope, man. I like it as that's like one of those 60s classics that just go
70s.
forever. Or
My
the
dad had a
70s.
Beetle in college. He said you could fill it up and drive it for a month.
Ooh.
Duh.
No, I'm filling it up again. It's something crazy. He's like,
That's funny.
2.5 weeks, you just drive it. You don't have to go back to
It's a fly little
That
car.
sound
Like
good.
you see somebody in Beetle, not the new ones though.
No.
The old school.
Old
Classic.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah, when the
76,
classic
yeah.
giants, when you see that, it stands out. Yeah, I can see your tall.
I appreciate them, but they ain't for me. I appreciate them, but they ain't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate, but I seen some nice ones. Like, yo, that's fire. But
All right, but outside of Beatles, we
Yo,
got
Karen at?
another bug, Karen's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Karen Act, which is spelled with a C actually.
Yeah.
They changed it. I forgot what the acronym
It's
is.
like a fuck. Yeah, I'm
saw it?
Yeah,
stop calling the police on black people.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Chill the fuck out.
But yeah, New York City, I guess. I don't know. You said they might have passed it.
Yeah, they said they charging Amy with
Okay.
something.
Oh yeah.
I heard that, and then I heard the girl that called the cops on the guy in the park.
Yeah.
For bird watching.
That's Amy.
That's
Yeah, I'm just reminding them. She got charges pressed on her, but I heard the black guy doesn't want to press charges and felt like she's been through enough. That's the last thing. And I'm like,
Black people are
Keep
very
your
compassionate,
fucking
man. We too
foot on the
compassionate.
neck,
Nah,
bro.
charge her. She tried to get you killed.
exactly.
Charge her.
Like, you can't stand for that.
E-
That
now, e-
affects other people.
Yeah, even if you are compassionate, just for the sake of stopping other people, you
Yeah.
gotta let them go through
What we
it.
say, Cam? You got to attack the lead.
You gotta attack the lead.
Yeah,
They
for
say
that
if you about to get jumped, if you take out the leader, you may stop the whole fight.
Man,
So
attack the lead.
attack the lead.
Maybe it is the end of the world. Maybe we are in close to.
Let me get a little taste first before you end it. You know?
No. I was gonna keep going with the.
No.
Karen.
I'm saying let me get a little taste of the ultimate success for you. You
I
end
don't
it.
think so, man.
Give me a little taste.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's a wrap. 2020 might be the wrap for the world.
Let me get a little taste.
Just a
I
little
don't know,
something.
man. You got to taste.
Nah,
We out here. We've done
no.
some
Let me
things.
get a big taste. Let me get a big scoop.
Big
You want a big scoop?
Yeah, you just give
I
me
agree.
you gave me a little sample in the food court. I want to walk
cups.
in the restaurant now, get the
Little
whole
cup.
meal.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, man. It's a lot of,
Little Ethiopian.
it's a lot of things that point to.
Last time y'all been there.
A little sandwich.
When I see these Karen videos, I swear I see the devil come out these women.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's
they look
different.
terrible.
It's different. It's definitely
You don't
different.
belong here. You don't belong here.
But yeah,
Oh my god.
that's pretty much all we got for today.
I see. Oh, we talked about Redskins.
Yeah,
we talked
come on,
about
man.
Redskins.
We don't keep talking about.
Top names right now
downers.
is either Warriors or the Red.
I want the Roughnecks. I want y'all to name yourselves the Roughnecks.
It's either the Warriors or the Red Wolves.
The Warriors?
The Red Wolves?
The Red Wolves.
Washington Red Wolves.
I don't like that.
I don't. The only reason I don't
Roughnecks,
mind Red
man.
Wolves
They
is
put a nigga
because
on the
to
helmet.
have a wolf as your logo, and there ain't a lot of wolves, and I don't think there are any wolves. in the
Look,
league.
name it the Roughnecks and put one of them dudes that was in one of them 90s TLC music videos on the
big
helmet.
jeans.
You like this?
Yeah, roughneck ass nigga from the 90s. Nigga that look like Tretch.
Hey,
And let the chain wrap around.
perfect.
That's
Like he in Naughty by Nature.
Are you still a fan of football?
Not really.
No.
I keep up with things, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a fan of football.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode.
Thanks, Mike, for joining
Did y'all
us.
talk about the bubble?
Oh, the NBA bubble.
Yeah, bubble.
We've been talking about
We
it.
was,
I
yeah.
don't
But
care
I
about
don't-
these niggas complaining about their sandwiches right now.
No, but they
I ain't gonna lie.
said they're gonna get better.
That shit
food.
look trash.
They look trash, but what gives a fuck? So many people eating trash right
They're
now.
premier
Like,
athletes, man. These
yeah,
guys
they'll
are.
be all right. They're gonna get. I heard hotel food like the
Yeah.
next day, beyond or whatever,
Yeah.
next week. So they'll be fine. Fuck, they complaining.
You think football happened?
I don't know, man. It's
I
too
think-
many
honestly, I
people.
think
It's too
they
many
should
people. Too many people. It's 53-man roster.
Yeah, it's a
plus all the equipment people. Plus all the coaches.
a lot of
Plus
people.
it's just it's so many people for it not to be caught.
And Florida had a case of 15,000
Yesterday, that's crazy.
That's wild. That's
Wasn't
wild.
it like 66,000 yesterday?
No.
Something? Like total overall. I'm saying
Oh,
country.
You gotta call my mom.
Like it was the highest. It was the highest.
Yeah, I've been
the
telling
other
my
day.
parents stay their ass home. Well, I ain't say ass, but stay y'all ass
And they
home.
trying to bring. This one lady was complaining about schools reopening, saying they need to. I think a mayor
Yeah,
or
Trump
someone-
say they'll penalize schools that don't reopen. I'm like, what's
Duh.
wrong with
Crazy.
y'all niggas?
Yo, so one. Okay, the kids. They just saying the kids don't get sick, whatever. But the parents at home.
Look, wait,
the
hold on.
teachers-
Could it be linked to the pedophiles? Think about it.
Oh, Lord.
When kids get kidnapped, it ain't at home. It's on their way to school, back from school, when they out and about. And to go to school, kids got to walk. Some kids ride bikes.
So you think now we're gonna have the lowest cases of pedophilia?
No, I think that's the reason they want them to have
Yeah.
school back in session so they can get things back to normal.
We want
on
to touch
get,
their penises.
get these kids again.
We're planning on opening up schools.
If they mute the end of this podcast, we know we're on to something.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're on your bumper.
On
As
your-
Ray J would say,
We
we on your bumper.
cuz. We on your bumper.
We on y'all bumper.
I just feel like a
Ray
pedophile
J's
might
so
like that
authentic,
statement.
man.
Oh yeah, Ray J's great.
Ray J's a national treasure.
Yeah,
He's done so much for entertainment that people would not know. Without him, Breakfast Club may not be Breakfast
That's
Club.
true.
Come on.
Kim Kardashian might not be Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, y'all would not know her.
Started
She would just
company.
be Paris Hilton's assistant.
Yeah.
Raycon is slowly becoming a part of the culture.
It is. Yeah. That's the advertisements.
Damn, man.
Ennis, the guy that we watched,
Ray J's
he
dope.
sat down and did a whole
About-
check out my Raycon. Like I was like, oh shit. Like
Yeah, he's coming up.
I was like, all right.
Shout out to Ray J, man.
Yeah, shout out to
That's
Ray
was
J.
Brandy's sister.
And he had to let y'all know it was on tonight because the chickens was watching.
And One Wish is a classic song. Man.
Oh, yeah. One Wish
It's
hard.
on tonight because the chickens was watching.
Dun, 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 dun.
He had a great song with with Lil Kim.
Lil Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's-
Come
yeah,
on, man.
Come
He's
on,
touched
yeah.
every platform and done well.
Don't forget he was in Moesha
Come on.
as Dorian. He was a problem child.
What are some of his other hits?
Wait a minute, One Wish.
One
Yeah,
Wish.
One Wish.
Sexy Can I is
Sexy
hard.
Can,
Can
Sexy Can.
Anna?
And I hit it first, but I don't know if you want to consider that a hit.
The sex tape.
The sex.
That's
the
a
one
hit.
with that
That's a
dude
hit.
that
It's
was
literal
always
hit.
getting slapped at one point.
Young
Oh,
Bird.
yeah, Bird.
He's a hitmaker now. His name's Hitmaker.
Yeah, Hitmaker.
you
He had to rebrand.
And he be making his.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
him. You gotta be like the Washington Redskins, man. When you get smacked for so many years, you gotta rebrand. Young Berg
that's
and the
good.
Washington Redskins will never
That's
be
why I
called
say
upon
y'all
again.
got to be called roughnecks to intimidate these people. Start smacking y'all
Yeah.
around. Put a 90s nigga on there, on
These
that helmet.
niggas are the most successful losers of all time. The Cowboys, I just don't get it. How you the most popular losers of all time?
I'll give you
People
5
love
reasons. I'll
Cowboys.
give you 5 reasons.
Shut the fuck up, all right?
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mike, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And make sure y'all rate and review the podcast. Make sure y'all drop your questions this week. And we'll see you next week. Peace.